Good morning, Lagos and Nigeria, and welcome to PlusTvAfrica's Tea Time, where we give you the best vibes, have intellectual conversations, and of course, serve you our carefully brewed tea. My name is Weibo Priscilla, and as you know, I do not do this alone. With me here is my lovely co-anchors, Deborah and Precious. How are you guys doing today?
Hello.
I'm fine.
Okay.
Very excited.
This is a hot motivational Monday morning. So, what's the plan for the week? What's the pattern?
Well, for me, I just feel like it's always like a good opportunity, that one is alive, and so it's just to stay active and stay happy as well.
Always so positive. Deborah?
So for me, I think I spend my Saturday evening, Sunday morning reflecting on what I had done the previous week and what I can do better the new week. So I'll just say my motivation for this Monday, for this new week is keep grinding, don't stop.
That's very
Keep grinding, do not stop.
Yeah.
At least Deborah has left you guys with something motivational.
Okay.
As usual. So, as you know, we can't do this without you, our lovely viewers. So please do comment on our YouTube channel at PlusTvAfrica Lifestyle, telling us your opinions, your desires, what else you'd like to see on our show. So without further ado, let's get trending videos to get your hearts beating and your blood pumping. Trending video number 1.
Desperado, many, my amigo, Balotelli, ladies taking me photo, paparazzi, Don Julio, Don Diami, Egumedula, ni Pistazaula, Azametraula, Niedula, Egumedula, ni Pistazaula, Azametraula, Niedula, Desperado, many, my amigo, Balotelli, ladies taking me photo, paparazzi, Don Julio, Don Diami, Egumedula, ni Pistazaula, Azametraula, Niedula, Egumedula, ni Pistazaula, Azametraula.
The funny thing, this is just a typical Nigerian family, Nigerian home.
African.
Exactly.
But I think it's more of Nigerian though.
When they call me that, I had a dream. Just.
But we'll notice this with some of those families where, either your mom or your dad is like a prayerful person, they always know, they always see something. They always see there's something they see every time, But it's just one funny stuff actually that happens.
But, yesterday I wanted to go out and my mom came up and said, "Oh, Priscilla, where are you going to? Have you washed the toilet?" "Yes, I've washed the toilet." Literally, she asked me, "Have you washed the toilet?" "Yes, I've washed the toilet." "Where are you going to?" I told her where I was going. Prissy, I hope you're not going to river.
To where? River?
Yes, to beach. I hope you're not going to the beach.
Okay.
I'm like, "I'm not going to water." She's like, "Okay. I had a dream that you went to water." I said, "It's okay. Thank you." So it's something that I say I can relate to an extent, because I see her do these things with my elder siblings as well, and then now it's like my turn, I guess. So it's wild. I know it's normal for Nigerian families, so it's
just them looking out for us most of the times,
I guess even as that is a trending video, one that made us laugh, took us back to the roots.
Exactly.
Made us remember our filial ties with our parents, our family. I'd really say there's an underlying message there, which I will attribute to the society we are in today. You never can tell what could happen the moment you step out from your house. The fact that you go out and you come back home safely, I think is something that we take for granted, and it's no small deal, because you just check the news. In fact, they said one of the ways to die young in Nigeria is to keep on checking the news every day. Honestly, because something will always happen to somebody. So I really don't blame them, honestly. I really don't blame parents that are being overprotected, because it's a dangerous world out there.
The funny thing, right? jokingly we'll take some of this advice from our parents, or that they saw one thing while they were sleeping. And funny enough, it happens.
No, it's not that we doubt what they see.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that I doubt what or whatever they see. I'm saying that it's real. True, they do like have a dream, or like they have this instinct and stuff, and then
but
because
we
the children are like, we just want to do what we want to do.
Yeah, I support the money.
I want to say that there are times
I support the money.
Disregard their, we just feel like you have come again.
Yes, exactly, that kind of stuff. But then I feel like we take their instincts for granted sometimes.
True.
Because I heard of a case sometime, I think in 2021, a guy that was going out and literally he went to the beach.
Wow.
His sister told him, don't go to the beach. I think his sister called the mom, and mom was like, no, don't go to the beach. I had a dream that somebody drowned in water, blah, blah, blah. Just get that kind of stuff. Just a few days ago, that's what she was telling him. And then he went to the beach, and then till today, he has not still been found. Wow. So it's something that truly we children, or rather youths, take for granted. Like, adults say to us, because we're like, I beg you, I've come again, you want to start again. Exactly,
we are so religious. We attribute everything to religion.
Exactly.
But honestly, I really can't blame the mother, because even if she wasn't saying the truth in that instance, I really can't blame her. Because half the time, those parties, a lot of, bad things go on at those parties. So your mother is just looking out for you. So please listen to your mother.
You let her go out yesterday. I mean,
she will not go, okay.
Let's move on to training video number 2.
Okay.
What's kilo me, boy? What does it mean?
Kilo me? What do you mean, boy? This guy. okay. Always
But again, like truly, Yoruba person selling suya.
Nigerian matzo.
It's quite rare actually.
Literally Nigerian matzo.
Hey.
That's all right.
Any suya they sell in the afternoon can never be sweet.
Exactly.
It is an unspoken rule.
If it's not outside man selling suya, it's not sweet.
At night.
If the suya is not inside newspaper.
It's just questionable, when you see a Yoruba guy, we are not trying to dent anybody's religion or anybody's tribe as well, but I'm just saying it's quite questionable when you see a Yoruba guy selling suya, because everybody's used to the whole Hausa guy, Aboki that is having this.
Aboki give me tasty.
That is sharp knife,
Aboki give me tasty.
It's really give me tasty.
You've eaten suya
a lot. But honestly, I can get that.
I understand the guy's this thing. He's so scared of it.
I think even me too. I myself, I think I will be confused as well. Like Yoruba man selling suya. When you see the Yoruba person sell suya, I'm like, are you sure it's suya that you're giving me a deep like? No, that yaji is it giving like no? If I'm going to buy suya, I'm going to buy always from Hausa person. If the suya is not in a newspaper or a paper, I'm not buying it now. That's what I heard someone in First Act that they were selling suya inside plastic plate. Like, who does that?
It's not Asuna. Collabo. Asuya.
But as you know, we still have one more training video, so let's see what it has for us. Training video number 3.
Be fine now. You won't be now. Hey, pocket they no be fine now. They no be fine now. You won't be now. Hey, pocket they no be fine now. They no be fine now. You won't be now. Hey, pocket they no be fine now. They no be fine now. You won't be now.
You know, that's something that, like, the way she put her hand on the head.
That was the only part that I was talking about. The part
The way she put her hand on the head. She already gave up before she even got
I
far.
felt like,
You know, just last week we were having different secondary schools, primary schools were having inter-house sports.
Yeah.
So this is something that so many people must have seen while like watching their children or younger ones doing their inter-house sports. So like people, like, give your opinions. This is to our viewers now. I want them to give their opinions on the funny instances they saw during their younger ones or their own inter-house sports.
By the way, I would love to even ask, do you remember the house you were in when you were in school?
Of course.
What house was that? Was it green
so
house?
In primary school, I remember down there. In primary school, I was in blue house. It was called Sapphire. And then in secondary school, I was in yellow house. It was called Fidelis.
Wow,
It's a secondary school.
I was in blue also, I don't know, something. Like, when I saw that lady was in blue, I just knew that to be blue house. Why would you do this to her?
The way she put her hand on her head.
She knew when to give up. I think sometimes she knew when to, break free. She already knew that no hope.
No.
Like, just let it go.
Soon.
But she
Let it go.
was going to like.
And she gave up too soon.
Maybe she's a backup athlete. She's not the one that was.
Yes, you were going to say something about mindset.
It's something about the mind.
Yeah.
You know how probably before the entire race started, she must have been like, these people are very fast with their fast runners, and I'm not so fast.
Let me just stop.
As she started the race, she's like, let me meet up, and she already put her hand on her head. Like, you could already see that she already gave up before she started.
Yeah.
Like, it was This is something that people should actually, aside from games and sports now, this is something that people should actually like look into for their own personal self. You know, before we kind of make some kind of decisions or do some kind of stuff, we should actually like try and divert our mind from that. I'm not going to be able to do it. I can't do it.
Can do attitude.
These people are better than me kind of mindset. So people should learn to drop that before they move into whatever they are going to do, because they might not actually achieve what they want because of the mindset, not because they can't do it, but because of they think they can't do it. Yeah. So let's see what trending video, or rather, the last trending video. We have one more trending videos for you guys. Let's just give you guys something else.
I'm going to that junction in front. Wait, how much is the transport fare? 500. 500. Man, that was 500 though. It's 59 that is me, so maybe I should Don't worry, I'll carry you. I cannot find my 15 naira. I don't have any money with me, so maybe I should get... Don't worry, I'll still carry you. I want to get down. Please let me get down. Please, I beg you in the name of God. I'm the first one in my family. Please, I beg. I command you in the name of God. For John 3:16, for John so loved the God.
Calm down now. What's your problem? Why are you disturbing everybody? Nobody's going to kidnap you. We're not kidnappers. Look at us. Do we look like kidnappers? We're not kidnappers now. Nobody's even going to buy you. Say, why are you disturbing us? Nobody's going to buy you. See, I'm not even a real driver. I just want to help you. I just want to show you mercy. I see what you are doing. You're doing like a woman. You're not a man.
People scared me. I'm sorry.
You're not crying. Why are you crying now? Nobody's going to kidnap you. We are laugh. I do like. What's that outside there?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness.
Jesus Christ.
That twist at the end.
But you know, this is something that, like, I don't know about you guys, but when I enter a bus or even Uber or anything, I'm always so cautious because I just always have that feeling that
that anything could go wrong.
Yes, exactly. So I'm trying to make friends with the Uber driver, laughing and stuff. Probably even buy him water if I'm buying water on the road so he won't kidnap me.
But the funny thing about this video is, as funny as it is, you know, the main message was at the end. You know, we could get so excited with the AC in the car, you know, or the good music they are playing in the car, and you forget the fact that you have to stay at alert, right? That was like the major message in the video for me, right? If you notice, he got so happy when they told him, "Oh, I'm not a kidnapper," and all of that, and all of that. But at the end, he's misguided, and they still used him. So it's just for us to stay at alert,
So I'll just say my take on this. I, as a lady, whenever I want to get into any public transport, the first thing I look is like, okay, ratio of men to women. How many men are in there? Then I check the available seats.
Yeah.
I want to sit near the nearest exit. Free rides, I don't take it. When you see a man in Range Rover or Formatic Benz, you're like, "Oh, fine girl, why are you going to let me drop you?" I'm sorry, even if you had good intentions, Nigeria today won't let me enter. So I would rather, don't worry. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it.
Well, the offer can be very.
I'm not in a hurry. I love my life. Yes.
So funny enough, right? There's something I also noticed when the guy came into the car, and the fact they had to put the windows up, I guess when I enter a vehicle that is either the window.
I need to sit there. I'll send thank you.
Those are things to look out for.
Yes.
So I don't know if people notice this when they enter vehicle. These are things to
I would have loved to say something.
Okay.
But I'm just going to keep it. I don't even know why I said I would have loved to say something.
Why did you not say it?
I know, right?
You are part of the problem of Nigeria.
Since you were
I've entered an Uber where the door wasn't working. The two doors, the handles were out, so you have to open it from the outside.
I won't.
And then I had not realized this kind of situation that was until I had already gone very, very far into the journey before I realized that wait to this there's no door handle.
That's very risky.
It's something I feel like it's something that people should actually observe as well.
Yeah.
Try and open the door when you're inside to see if it can open from inside as well. Because some cars they put them on child lock, so you can't open it from inside, but you can open from outside. And then the window, try and test them as well in case you need to,
I think we should just use this as a sound of warning to the logistics companies out there that the vehicles you are putting out there, make sure they are in good condition. Your drivers are registered, they are accredited by maybe Uber, Lyft, InDrive and the likes. We should stop putting the lives of innocent citizens at stake here.
Thank you.
So
and
we
it's
should just
concerning as well
security
because
conscious.
there have been a lot of issues of one chance, especially since January down to February now. So,
really?
Yeah, a lot of.
I haven't even heard.
Well,
kidnapping happens in different forms.
So
it
I think this is just a medium to tell people to just stay at alert. Especially when they are having to board a bus. Or even if it's your own personal car. I heard of somebody yesterday telling me, he does Uber, he's a driver, and he said most of his passengers forget themselves and they're using their phones inside their cars and
That's
people just
true.
drag. So imagine he would bear the loss somehow, incidentally like that.
They would almost start to blame him.
Yeah, so
Why?
I think it's just
it
people should just
happens
stay at alert
if
every time.
the person driving the car, they'll start to think okay, probably he's partnered with so those kind of stuff.
Okay.
But as usual, we can't dwell on this for a very, very, very long time. We also have some trending spicy gossip, especially these stories I'm about to talk about actually. These are stories that it's more like a follow-up story on what we had spoken about some months back. Especially this Chidinma Adeshina'S Miss Universe Nigeria. And we all heard about the issue with South Africa and how they were questioning her residency status and the rest, and her mom's residency status. So recently, her mom was arrested for illegal residency status or whatever, something like that. So let me just give it to you. The mother of Miss Universe Nigeria, Chidinma Adeshina'S, has been arrested in Cape Town, South Africa by the Department of Home Affairs. Spokesperson Sia Kwezo confirmed that Annabella Rugo was apprehended and is currently under investigation on her residency status. The Department of Home Affairs revoked Rugo's South African documentation in September 2024 after discovering it was obtained fraudulently, rendering her illegible to reside in the country. Despite this, Rugo allegedly continued to reside in South Africa using her Mozambican passports, defiling her undesirable status. Investigations are ongoing into possible further misrepresentation and fraudulent activities. So, sometime last year we spoke about Chidinma and how South Africa were having like this back and forth with her, how she's not South African and the rest. So right now her mom got arrested because I think in September they withdrew her passport on the document. They said it was obtained illegally. So following up on the entire case and the entire Adesina saga, it's starting to look more
propaganda.
Should I really say?
Somehow.
It's exactly. It's not giving like honest.
Like something is fishy behind.
Yes, exactly. That's what it looks like.
Yeah.
Because truly, if the mom's passport was really like taken, like why did she go back to stay there if she didn't have the necessary documents? I mean,
exactly. That is the first thing I would like to talk about regarding that. Number one, as a mother, why stay where you are not loved? These people have shown you not once, not twice, that we do not want you here. We do not like you. Migrate, leave the place, leave that environment.
but can you really say it's so easy?
It is not so easy, but it is something you just have to do. Because another thing I want to talk about is that I feel like it is a bit selfish on the mother's part to continue staying there, considering Chidinma's status as a Miss Universe Nigeria, first runner-up Miss Universe Worldwide held in Mexico. Because these controversies, they will affect your child, Chidinma's brand.
Okay.
Big brands won't want to sign deals with her because of the controversies surrounding her name.
True, that's true.
You know, most brands, they don't want someone that
Has
is
so much drama
going on around them because it might reflect poorly on them as a brand. But you see this mother, you see this instance, you see the whole issue of, oh, Miss Universe, oh, you are not part of us, you are not one of us. Okay, that happened. They let it slide. You came to Nigeria. Even when you won Miss Nigeria, on the X app, we can see several South Africans talking about this, that, oh, she has to go to her country. Lots of, I don't know, hateful comments from South Africans on X app. Why are you still there?
It's not so easy to just like fully migrate out of somewhere that you already consider home.
At the cost of your child's success?
It's not, you know, at the cost of your child's success, that's like another topic entirely. We understand that right now that is affecting Chidinma's brand because like we already know she's already someone that's out there and basically she's basically living off endorsements, I guess. I'm not so sure about that, but we understand that it could affect the child, or rather her daughter, like poorly or wrongly. And then I don't know if it's so easy for the mom to just say, okay, you know what, since they've revoked my passport, I'm not saying that what she did is the right thing. I'm just giving instance of how she might have felt, considering like her moving totally away. To me it seemed more like her passport was revoked in like this kind of unnecessary beef kind of. Well, you understand where I'm driving at?
I get your point. So for me, you know, when I saw that story, I just felt like with all that has happened, you know, with the whole contest, the pageantry, whatever that happened, you know, and how people were so hateful towards her and all of that. And now, it didn't even take too long before we started hearing about this story of, I don't know if you heard of the video where they said, oh, she's resurfaced again in South Africa after they told her not to come back and all of that. And just few weeks again, we are hearing that her mom was arrested. So I just feel like, and if you also notice, after that video surfaced of her in South Africa, a lot of South Africans were urging the Home Affairs person in charge of the Home Affairs
like, let's
to
look
take,
at it. It's not like it doesn't seem like they did it out of like, oh, they are.
Like
just
it was like,
she was being targeted.
Exactly.
She was like a target.
So it's, for me, I just want to liken it to like the xenophobic host, you know, the host issue.
I just want to call names or something.
Like.
Yes,
that's what it looks like.
I don't know, but on the other hand, since they said that she actually stole somebody's identity, because that's what reports said, you know, that she stole someone's identity to get a South African passport and all of that. But I don't want to go so deep into that. I'm just concerned about the major person in question, who is, you know, the
Chidinma
lady.
Adesina'.
I just feel like this is like so bad for her, you know, to be facing all of this whole backlash and everybody's coming against her. I mean, it's such a bad thing. Imagine you as a Nigerian now. Nigerians are telling you are not a Nigerian, leave Nigeria, you know, stuff like that. It's going to be very, very bad for her.
She said after spending 23 years of her life there.
Basically, that's something that she considers her home. Like, aside from the daughter now, let's also look at the mom, because the mom is a person. Aside from having a child, she's also a human being, I mean. Like, she must have had, like, she obviously has things that she's doing in South Africa. I'm not saying that she should have stayed, but I'm saying that it's not so easy. With the way we are looking at it, we are making it seem like she can just up and leave anytime, but I don't think that's something that people can do.
But it's not even a big deal, right? If I understand that if you come from a particular place and that somebody is telling you don't come from this place, it's somehow... It's
not welcoming. It's not inviting.
But at this point, I mean, if it turns out that she has to like go look for another nationality, so to say, or I don't know.
She's not of a Nigerian
family. I think the woman can actually come to Nigeria because like she has...
I think one thing
life-threatening. That's even the bad part of the whole thing.
Exactly.
You know, and you can't stay in a place that is so unsafe already. Yeah. So I don't know.
One thing I have to say regarding this is that, one thing I have to say regarding this is that when it comes to unlawful documentation, I think this has been in place since time immemorial. I don't think we should view this from sentimentality side. We shouldn't view this with our emotions, like as a human or something. Let's go with the objective aspect. Okay, if this happens, what are you to do? They already issued you a warning in September 2024, seizing your documents, but you had to find means
to come into the country
with your Mozambican roots or something. Forgive my lingua, but I still think that is really not the right thing to do. I still think that is a selfish thing to do because you're putting your emotions into it. That, oh, how will I move? How will I start my life all over? No, if you want to do that, hibernate and work from the background in getting the proper documentation. Instead of staying there unlawfully.
But I would also blame the authorities, right? So if you felt like, no, it's true. If you felt like her passport was, fake, so to say, as at that 2024, right? Then why didn't you like do what you had to do as at then? Why did you still allow it linger till, this particular
and besides, if she had been in South Africa since like January or December, how comes that they're just finding her?
Then it means the system too. There's something wrong with the system.
There's something wrong everywhere. Yeah. But we can't dwell on this any further. We have to move on as usual. We have another story. I think this is going to be our last story for the day.
Okay.
About Neo. You guys remember Neo? He was like a hot sensation in, should I say, 2015, 2018. That year. Well, he has resurfaced again as most artists. Yeah. R&B singer Neo has ignited a social media frenzy after a video surfaced showing him kissing his 3 girlfriends backstage. The footage, which quickly went viral, has sparked conversation about his openly polygamous lifestyle. Neo, who has previously spoken about his view on relationship after divorce of his wives and children with different partners, appeared comfortable and unapologetic about his choices. The video depicts the 3 women seemingly at ease with the arrangement. Seemingly at ease with the arrangement, each waiting for their turn for Neo's affection. While some fans have expressed curiosity and even support for his unconventional relationship dynamic, others have voiced their opinion on the complexity of polygamy. The incident has undoubtedly placed Neo's personal lifestyle in the spotlight. So I saw the video actually, and should I say it was almost disturbing to say the least. Because the 3 women were basically lined up waiting for their own turn for like a sweet little peck. So
my first take about this is that in this century where we have a lot of labeling, what he's doing is actually not polygamy. It is polyamory. Polygamy is when you're married to more than one spouse. Polyamory is when you are engaged intimately with more than one woman and they are all aware of that arrangement. So in this case, it is polyamory. That is the first thing I have to say. Then the second thing is that there's a lot to be said regarding this because
things are happening.
Neo, his last marriage failed because of the wife that Crystal Renee. She claimed though he was not emotionally present in the marriage. He was a deadbeat. He was sleeping with multiple women. I think he just devised this new, polyamory to just see a lot of women at once and get away with it.
If it's like, if the women are okay with it, then
they look like they are.
About that, right? So I think that we're speaking from the perspective of being Nigerians.
No, we're not. I don't think it's the perspective of being Nigerian.
That's one of the aspect.
I think it's just like a human kind of thing.
No, it's not.
It's not human.
That's what I want to say. Right?
It is.
So
it's normal for like his ex-girlfriend to, or rather his ex-wife to have broken up with him because he was outside as well.
No, what I mean is, you people are seeing it like is so much of a wrong thing.
No, that's so much of a wrong thing.
I want to explain.
It's so much of a wrong thing.
I want to explain.
We want to listen.
It's a different society where he is in, right?
Okay.
And we already know like some of the things they could do over there, right? So I don't think if he decides, I mean, I saw some comments, somebody said, oh, just have money and you can have as many women as you want, which was like a wrong statement, Sha. But I mean, if he has the money to keep 3 of them and he feels he's man enough to keep 3 of them, I mean, then that's his life. Like they said even in the report, lifestyle, that's his lifestyle.
Is it that rich though? He's still paying millions in child support. Then you also want to keep more than
do you know how
3 women.
Do you know how much
If it's just a break from music.
It's fine.
Okay.
He can have multiple women, but we should as well like leave the courts open. If a woman is so rich, she might as well just have multiple partners. And the same way that Neo is getting compliments and people are actually curious about his lifestyle choices, I think they should also be curious about women.
The society is not that fair to women.
Exactly, that's
if it's a woman that's coming out there to say, I'm seeing more than 2 men at once, will they be this accepting of that?
Exactly.
Yes.
So
the double standard.
They were so open. They were like, oh my God, these women are like cool with this, and
that's what, like, now that's what I'm saying. Different society, right? They are cool. They're already used to that kind of lifestyle, right? But I'm sure in Nigeria here, if you see something like this, you'll be like, God forbid, abomination, blah blah blah. But then they're in a different society, so that's why I said if he's cool with it, then I mean, if he can, fend himself and fend other people as well.
Well, at least we've showed the media what some kind of people's relationship are about. We all know that relationship can be a little bit, wacky sometimes, but I mean, it's whatever makes you sleep at night, I guess, right?
So
everybody with their own. I'm not justifying it. I'm just saying that everybody with their own preference and
their
taste.
decisions.
Yeah, there are so many women as well that love like extra men, and then the men will.
Thank you.
All of them will.
I mean, just some days ago, Funke Akindele just came out and said as well that she likes intelligent men. That's her own perspective, right? So everybody has their.
Yeah, and Neo loves 3 women, so
so
we'll go for a quick music break and we will be right back. And welcome back from that lovely music break we just had right now. Right now, we have a guest with us. His name is Emmanuel Oyibocha. He goes by the name Emzo9. He is a singer, a songwriter, a producer. I think he does editing as well. How do you manage all that and still go on with your daily activities? I know you also have like a job on the side, correct?
Yes.
Yes, so tell me a little bit about yourself.
All right, thank you very much for this opportunity you give it to me. I am Emmanuel Oyibocha. Emos, you say Emzo. People used to call me Emzo, but it's Emos now. It's an abbreviation of my first name and my surname.
Okay, where did the 9 come from then?
It's just an add-on.
You just
an
randomly brought 9. Okay.
I'm from Delta State.
Okay.
And I'm a producer, I'm a songwriter, like you rightly said. And
so what inspired you to create this act?
What's your biggest motivation when you are creating music?
What really motivated me is that my parents, they are musicians.
Oh.
Yes, my parents. The first set of Sonny Okos, Pastor Chris, was Chris Okotie. The first set of choristers that my parents were among.
Oh. Wow.
They were the one that trained his first choristers.
Wow.
So, and as I was growing up, I also found myself in the chorister, and then from there, I just have this way of writing songs.
Shout out to them. Shout out to your parents.
So can you describe like how you come up with your songs? Like what inspires you when you create this music? Like, is it things around you? Is it how you feel? Is it, Could you tell us?
My inspiration I draw from everything that happens around me. From my personal relation with my parents, my friends, colleagues. Even I can even observe people in the society, and I'll draw inspiration from there. I'll try to pass a message from that scenario that I see. Maybe my thought, I will just turn into a song. Okay, this the only means I can express my thoughts to the society through my music. And this is where I draw my inspiration from. Sometimes I could just lie down, an idea will just flash into me. And there's no that means I could pass it out.
So
music.
Yes.
So music is your channel of expression.
Yes, it's my channel of expression,
Okay.
passing message.
So we just listened to Flying Africa by you in Mo's Line.
Yes.
So what motivated you into creating that music, Flying Africa? Because I also noticed the challenge around it, showing the life cycle of artists from back then till now, showing their progress. Am I right? Showing their progress. So what motivated you into creating
there
that
was
music?
a day I was driving along the road, and then I received a call from my friend who is in Europe. He said, I wish to come home. He said, I'm hungry of home. So immediately I was asked, why do you want to come back? He just gave me his reason. Immediately we dropped the call. The song came into me that he's not the only one having this feeling. A lot of people who are in diaspora also having this feeling of coming home to Africa. So I said, okay. And since we are approaching celebration season, Christmas, I said, okay, let me drop this song. And this is how I just came up with this song. I'm flying to Africa. This is when you know inspiration. From that chord, inspiration just came in. I started voicing that song in my phone. So when I got to my house, I started writing it. That's how the song came about.
So for musicians in Nigeria, who would you say influence you more?
You see, I love Nigerian musicians, Nigerian artists, because they are my source of inspiration. When I look at people like Two-Face, people like P-Square, I know that these are people who motivate me. Timaya, especially Timaya. I learned a lot from Timaya. When I look at them, you see, even Don Jazzy, when I look at them and I read their history, I see that there's always a hope. A lot of my motivation, a lot of my lyrics are drawn from experience and observation I observed from Timaya.
It seems like Timaya is your...
Timaya is my really big motivation.
Shout out to Timaya. So one more question. What is the biggest challenge you've ever faced when creating your music? Or what kind of challenge do you think most Nigerian artists face in the music industry?
Upcoming artists have a lot of, even established artists, there are a lot of challenges. But most of the challenges, the first challenges an artist will have is when you get to the studio, after you write a song. Me, my personal experience. From the studio work, sometimes you write a song with an idea, but your ability for the producer to understand your message and give you the right beat that will resonate with the message is a big challenge. Another challenge is getting the song to the public, to the world. Promoting yourself. Promoting yourself. You know, when you're doing this alone, you need a lot of money, you need capital, you need time. You'll be the one singing, you'll be the one writing, you'll be the one promoting. A lot of things, you know, is all so difficult for you coming up because you will need a team to handle certain aspects. And when you're just starting, you are the one doing everything alone. So it's really stressful.
Yeah, I can tell.
It's,
it's not easy to be honest.
It is not.
So you have different motivations. You've stated out your challenges, and could you give us just a last piece? What's the advice that you have for people coming up? Let's take that as a last question for today.
One advice I will give to my other colleagues coming is that you should believe in yourself, because one of these things as you're coming on, nobody will believe in you. Nobody will believe in you. Even as there are some times you will even doubt yourself. I've sat down several times and I've said, no, this is what I don't see myself doing any other thing. You just have to believe in yourself before anybody can believe in you. Believe in yourself. That's the only thing that will keep you going.
I think he has given us a very, very
motivational
piece of advice for so many other artists that are coming up. You know, they mostly have that self-doubt in themselves as well. So let's take that as our piece before we go for, or rather, before we draw the curtains. So this is where we draw the curtains for today. Thank you for watching as usual. A very big shout out and round of applause goes to my co-anchor Deborah and Precious, and also a very big thank you goes to my guest right here. And as you know, we can't do this without you, our lovely viewers. So please do comment on our social media handle, on our YouTube channel at PlusTvAfrica Lifestyle, telling us what else you'd like to see on our show, your opinions, whatever you desire, and we got you. So have a great day and have a blessed week. Goodbye.